Yo, 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 yo. We are here. Balls for podcast. Me and John kick things off. Elijah will come a little bit sooner to the show. We have a lot to talk about.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, before we get into that, Balls for podcast. All your podcasting platforms were there every Tuesday. Well, this week it was Wednesday because the live had to be moved because Monday was Christmas. But every week, twice a week. There we go. Fridays and sometimes Tuesdays or Mondays. So a lot of sports we talk about, basketball and football majority. And we also have a YouTube channel where we post the visual pods. So if you're watching this, hit that like button, comment. Well, comment if you're new, if you're an old viewer like Chris and the Wilsons. So show some love, yeah.
Yes.
Like, comment, share the video to your friends to see our debates, yada yada yada. And hey, leave a notification so you know when we upload, whether it's a podcast or a podcast segment like our drafts, debates, etc., etc. So with that being said, Week 16 was crazy. A lot happened, fantasy football wise and NFL wise, and we're here to break it down. But John, how are we doing before we get into things?
We're doing good, bro. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I mean, how was the break? How was it so far?
Painful.
Painful. Oh, okay. I mean, understandable.
Lamar Jackson did too much too soon.
I know. It's a heartbreak in the fantasy playoff. I wish to see you in this championship, dog. It would have been dope. But I mean, that was a crazy game. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if Brock Purdy doesn't throw 4 interceptions, right? I think that's a different story with me and Chris. I think Chris comes back because Kittle probably scores a touchdown. He was on fire that game. McCaffrey was pretty good that game. And I mean, his other 2 players averaged 30. So like all he needed really was McCaffrey to have 25, and then it would have brought the other 2 up a little bit. You know what I mean? So it was a crazy game, and luckily I made it to the finals. But I mean, Christmas was good. I mean, it's a little bonus Christmas present, but I also got a little Jets jersey.
Nice. Williams, I also won some money on Christmas, so hey.
Oh hey, congrats!
I won about $200 on Christmas. Thank you.
That's what's up. But yeah, I'm drinking ginger ale, and I'm kind of getting over another illness of 2023. This is like my 3rd one, Phil. Like I keep getting sick. I'm just sick
get it out the way before the New Year's.
Hell yeah, dog. I'm just shedding 1 year to the next, but no, I'm excited to see what the channel brings, and I'm excited to continue on. Yeah, where do you want to start?
I mean, for me, lost in the semifinals with a trip to face because I wanted to play John in the finals. That was the hope because I knew John was going to make it. It was just between me and Elijah.
Bill, let me tell you something. All right, I'm gonna hopefully, if I could beat Elijah, I make him 1-1. Okay, and then I have a little list that I'm happy that I accomplished this year when it comes to record wise. I mean, Elijah could still beat me. He go 0-2. I mean, he dominated this year. He did a good job. I will say that you having that 1 win against me is pretty hard, and I kind of wish you were in the finals. You know what I mean? Because it would have been a cool matchup. But it's also fun to face Elijah, and I'll be honest with you, I think Elijah's win hurt a little bit more than yours did because he right after that win said, and I swear to God, this is what he said. He was just like, "We'll have different teams the next time we meet, but we will meet again." And I was just like, bro, no.
He did say that.
Like, yeah. And I was just like, bro. I was just like, I don't know what you know, but I hope we do meet again, dog.
I mean, he's commissioner. He's commissioner. He has a script.
I mean, right now you're the commissioner, so I mean, I'd say good job for your 1 week, but
listen,
yeah, he's done a hell of a job this year. And if it was to play me in the championship, I mean, and beat me, that's a hell of a script. I mean, good for him.
He transferred me the script last night, so it's a very interesting script. But I'll tell you what happens.
Is he winning or is it coming down to the wire? Like, at least let it know it's coming down to the wire.
As commissioner, I'm not allowed to say any outcomes. So it's a good script. Elijah wrote a really, really good script this year. So
okay.
Let me also won some money on Christmas. I got a Halliburton jersey for Christmas as well. So.
Did you really?
Yes. I wore it on the pod. So
yeah, I saw it on the pod. I liked it on the pod. I didn't put 2 and 2 together that it was Halliburton and you just got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I literally did the whole.
No, I know. I skimmed part of the podcast to get to other parts of the podcast. I watched.
Damn, you didn't watch the full thing?
No, I didn't watch the first 5 minutes. I didn't watch the first.
I didn't watch it at all. Don't worry about it.
Oh, No, he said some stuff, Elijah. You got to back and watch.
I'm gonna tap in. I'll be tapping in like days later. Though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't.
Same. But I'm just. He said some things about the Knicks, dog.
Side note, we're just talking about how you did a good job with the script this year as commissioner. So
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast. You feel me? The podcast for Baller Central.
Oh damn.
I'm not here for a long time tonight. That's why I'm talking now.
But you're here for a good time, right?
So I have relinquished my duties as commissioner to Phillium.
He sent me the script yesterday. It's a very good script. Thank you, Elijah. You did a good job with it.
I will let him mediate this press conference for our fantasy football championships.
Oh wait, this is a press conference for the fantasy football championships?
Yeah,
we'll get out the way then.
I didn't even mean to be at this press conference, dog. I just wanted to bounce.
Either, so.
I said something. I said what I need to say.
Hey, we might as well get out the way. Not right
you want me to say it again?
Yeah, bro.
All right. Well, I mean,
wait. Before we continue. So, hey, random ass segment. Hey, we are now at the championship game of our fantasy football finals. We wanted it to be a Ball Central podcast final, and we got it. But not me, unfortunately. Elijah versus John. We're here to see what these guys have to say ahead of their matchup. Does anyone have anyone playing today? Browns and Jets?
I might.
John might, but we'll see. So, hey, we're going to hear what the contestants have to say after a long, long season, ups and downs. And, hey, one game left. Let's see what everyone has. So, John, would you start us off?
All right. So
I have some questions, too, so just a heads up.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. There'll be questions, I guess, at the end. But to start this off, I didn't know we were doing a press conference, but the one thing I wanted to say was I remember after our matchup, I was telling Phil, I was like, I lost to both of you, and it would have been fun to play either of you in the championship. But the reason why I wanted to play Elijah a little bit more was because after you beat me, you said next time we meet, our teams will be different. Yeah. And it'll be a matchup. And I was like, I don't know what you know, but I hope we do meet up again. And we did. And I think it's been a hell of a year. And I think I appreciate the support. I appreciate the trash talk. I appreciate the league's been good this year. You know what I mean? I think we fought, but I also think we've come to resolutions. You know what I mean? So I think realistically it's been a good year, and I hope it continues. I'm hoping Tommy does not lose in that losers bracket. I'll tell you that right now, because I was the person who funded him, so he's gonna have to do that challenge for free. I'm not doing that challenge.
Shouldn't the person that paid for the fund?
Absolutely not. Oh my!
I mean, whoever loses is doing that punishment.
Okay. But
next year's punishment is going to be hilarious.
Okay, I'm excited for it.
Yes, it is. That is exactly what we're doing. I'll let it out now.
Okay.
Breaking news: our punishment for next year is you have to set up a tripod and literally record your day. So you have to record you walking, record you getting dressed, not the full dressing, please.
Yeah.
Record you putting on a shirt, you feel me? Record you eating breakfast. If you take a drive, you got to record yourself getting into the car. You got to record yourself parking, record yourself getting out, all of it. And I'm talking about get out the car, set the tripod up, and then park.
That's crazy. We had to do that in school for one of our video classes.
Yeah,
it was mad long.
But the Drake music in the background?
Put some Drake in the background, put some Future, put some Giveon in the back. I don't care. But you got to do that. And it has to be a 90-second video of you record your day.
Gotcha. So, Elijah, how do you feel about your year so far in fantasy football?
John said it best. I literally said, if me and you see each other again, we're going to have two completely different teams. I beat him week 1 by, it was a solid amount, I think. I don't remember for real. Mm-hmm. But I was telling him, granted, I won week 1, but this doesn't mean anything. It's 1 week. And if we see each other again, you know how this league goes. Everybody's active. Everybody's on the waiver wire. Everybody's trying to get some trades.
Yeah. I
got some trades in. You was active on the waiver wire, and that's exactly why we're here. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Our team was, I had Mattinson, Montgomery. That was my running back room week 1. Now my running back room.
It wasn't that bad the start of the season. You know what I mean? And you moved him at the right time. So, I mean.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. See?
Yeah.
Week 1 was Pollard and I think just Breed. Now you're sitting here with Kyron Williams. You added Puka.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I added Mixon. We have some great teams. You also have Kamara, who wasn't there week 1.
Yeah. I saw you added Matthew Stafford.
You also added Jake Ferguson.
Mm-hmm.
Who else did you add?
I had some people. I mean, I don't
You
know.
traded for George Pickens. Like you have a team, John.
Yeah.
You traded for Pacheco, sorry.
Yeah. Which is, I don't know. Yeah. I drafted Hurts. I drafted Brown, but I'm pretty sure I traded for Pacheco. Williams was a pickup. Ferguson was a pickup. And Puka Nacua was a pickup. And then my defensive kicker changed from time to time. But
so enough of this complimenting bullshit.
Wait, I'm gonna read the team off too.
He ain't done.
John read off his team. He didn't read off the full roster, obviously.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that right now. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I have Jalen Hurts at quarterback, Isaiah Pacheco, Kyron Williams, AJ Brown, Puka Nacua, Ferguson, Kamara, Raiders defense, and Farbarn from Houston playing this week. I'm on the fence with some of these guys, but the real thing that I'm trying to do against you, at least for a fantasy perspective for the outside viewers, is play the matchups. I see your matchups. Your projections are one thing, but those matchups are another. So like it's gonna like I think it's gonna be a clashing matchup, hopefully. But people also got to come out. You never know. Jalen Hurts has been off for 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Is he going to show up? He showed up last week.
He showed up last week for sure.
Yeah, but can he show up this week? You know what I mean? And I'm not going to get into my mistakes yet. You know what I mean? We'll wait until the end of the year. What? Oh, no, that wasn't even the big mistake. But see, like Phil, you got to pay attention, dog. That wasn't even the biggest mistake. My biggest mistake was I sat AJ Brown, the number 1 wide receiver in fantasy so far. And did
he do well? I don't think he even did well.
He's the number 1. He scored the most points so far this year in fantasy. This playoff.
Oh no, I'm talking about last week.
Yeah, he had 58 points.
He did?
AJ Brown, no.
No, I'm talking about Amari Cooper. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was about to say.
I mixed up the names. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, you're good. Yeah.
I'm getting over a sickness. But yeah, sorry, Amari Cooper, who was on my bench again. So he didn't have 58. He had 51.5. But
damn.
It was just
80 points on your bench from wide receiver.
Bro, I know, and I still won. It was very lucky. And that's why when you guys, you're good. I was just like, nah, dog. I left 80 points on the bench. So it's just, I don't know. I'm kind of sweating it. But
at least
I'm just gonna let it ride. I'm just gonna let it ride and see what happens.
At least you didn't lose by single digits, and someone else had, could have filled in that void of like 5-6 points.
Sure.
Yeah, but even if somebody filled in that void for you, somebody would have filled in a void for me too. So,
valid.
You could have made any change that you wanted to your lineup. I would have won if we were able to make changes. Still, I still had Stanford on the bench. I still had my tight end was Taysom Hill. I got 0.2 points out of him for rushing yards. If I started a Conco, I would have had another 18.1 points.
Yeah. So how do you feel? How do you feel about your team going in your lineup, Elijah?
I'm basically about to send the money to John already. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wildin'.
But like John said, I'm playing in matchups this week. So I got Stafford at QB. My other option is Jared Goff. I don't like Jared Goff against Dallas, so that's what it is. I got Eckler. I got Mixon as my running backs. I got Diggs and Debo as my wide receiver 1 and 2. I got a Okonkwo in my lineup from Tennessee. I'm not making a mistake again with Taysom Hill because you never know what he's going to get. So I'm going to have to go with consistency here. My flex position is the only one I'm still torn on. I don't know if I'm going to play Noah Brown or if I'm going to play T. Higgins yet. We'll see, though. I might just let T take it. I have the Jaguars defense against Carolina, and I got McLaughlin. I don't know how to say his name. From Tampa Bay as my kicker. So yeah. Listen, projection has him winning 155 to 128. So obviously projections are not accurate. They're not gonna tell us the full story. But again, like I said in our fantasy chat, like I'm even surprised to even be in this position because I think I started out 2-0 and then somehow I ended up like 3-5 and out of the playoff picture. And I literally fought and clawed back and I finished like 8-6. So like it's been a roller coaster. It's really been a roller coaster season for me, but we're here.
Doesn't that make it sweeter though? Like, doesn't that, you know what I mean? Like, Like for me, it was like the end of the season. Like I didn't really finish so well. When I pull up my schedule, I see that like I took like 2 losses in a row before the playoffs started, and before that I won, but the week before I had 2 losses too. So it was just like I was starting to rack it up, and I'm kind of sort of glad I sat versus Tommy, because if I didn't, I would have one more win above you, and I would have played TJ, and he would have beat me. You know what I mean? So like, yeah. I'm kind of glad that I'm trusting my instinct this year. You know what I mean? And that is almost as satisfying as, you know what I mean, like having someone who scores like 50 points. You know what I mean? Because if I can trust my instinct and I'm right, then I'm gonna make the right decision next year. Do you know what I mean? And I feel all that better. You know what I mean?
So
I feel like my fault, Phil. Last statement.
Also, you have to go in like 20 minutes. We have to try to push some other stuff around.
I know, but I just
hey man, let the man talk.
Okay.
Sorry.
First of all, I'm gonna say this because I texted this to TJ as soon as Phil won his matchup. First week of the playoffs. I texted TJ and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna have to take Phil out myself. Because everybody was a little upset that you made the playoffs over Tommy. Everybody wanted Tommy.
Did everyone want Tommy? Stop.
Stop. It's because Elijah did a poll though. It was everyone voted for Tommy and Nakeem, and I was only one that voted for myself.
That's crazy. Well, to be fair, I sat against Tommy, so Akeem couldn't win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I decided that I wasn't gonna give Tommy the win because I was really debating just saying like, hey, I could just let Tommy win.
Yeah.
I would have slid down to the 7 seed anyway because Chris won anyway. But I decided I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna just give him a win. It's not fair.
Yeah.
So that was that. But then, round 2, it came to me and Phil, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, damn, I gotta beat Phil because Phil also beat me 3 weeks earlier to even keep his playoff hopes alive. So
that's crazy. That's a pretty good season, though. I mean, you both got to win against each other. I mean,
I think, yeah,
it's mattered more. So
I got the one that mattered. So yeah,
sure.
But this also goes to show. Like, let me just say this off topic as well. Me and Phil's rivalry is very much a rivalry. It's not one sided.
Yeah,
it was very one sided last year. After the last 2 years of fantasy football and not last year fantasy basketball, but the year before fantasy basketball, it was very one-sided because Phil, I think he was up like 4-1 on me.
Oh, was he?
Yep, and then I beat him in the championship, or I beat him last year in the fantasy basketball playoffs.
Nice.
And I beat him a lot last year, actually, in fantasy basketball. I don't think you won a matchup against me last year.
I don't think so.
Maybe
one, but yeah.
But again, like I said, I got the one that mattered. I won the championship last year, and this year I got the one that mattered. I beat him in the playoffs last year, so this is a real rivalry. Me and John, we haven't started with. We haven't really
started yet, but it's gonna get interesting with this one. I mean,
but I just want to wish John good luck. But Phil, go ahead.
You too.
So, one question each before we move on to some other stuff. John, what do you think going into this matchup with Elijah? What do you think is the weakest part of his roster?
The weakest part of his roster. Let me pull it up.
And Elijah, same question for you, so you have some time to look at John's roster as well.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
John doesn't have a weak part of his roster. Okay?
Damn it.
Like, he really doesn't. Like, Jalen Hurts is his quarterback. If I had to pick a weak part, it's probably Hurts. And even still, Hurts is not weak because he can go for 2 touchdowns any week. You feel me? And then he'll throw for 2 more. So it's just not. It's like his running backs is like he has Kyron Williams, he has Alvin Kamara, he has Tony Pollard, he has Breece Hall. Like, what am I supposed to do?
I mean, Tony Pollard has been a weak spot this year, technically, but
he still has Alvin Kamara, Breece Hall.
I mean, he's got 15, whatever. I mean, if he's like 15.
And then who's his wide receivers? He has freaking Puka. He has AJ Brown. Like, if we're going roster to roster, bro, John clears me in every single category.
I think I beat you on roster a little bit, but at the same time, I think if Austin Eckler wasn't having a bad year, it'd be a little bit different. You know what I mean? I think that's the only week you know what I mean? I think he shows up this week. Maybe he has an amazing matchup against Denver. You know what I mean? Like, Denver sucked against the run all year. So, I mean, like, maybe they get off to a fresh start, especially because Russ is out that game, and they just keep feeding Eckler. You know what I mean? But he's just been off in the last couple of weeks, and there's been a struggle of, is he the number one running back? Are they doing it by committee? You know what I mean? Like it's just he's been a question mark, and it's not you. It's unfortunately he's been injured to the point where they don't want to get him injured again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see. Damn it. So weak part of the roster. Honest prediction for the matchup, since that's probably the easiest one to say.
I mean, he's gonna say me. I'm gonna say him. But if we're being honest, like,
you want to win, I want to win. Let's be real.
I do want to win.
Yeah,
but if I'm giving my honest, unbiased depiction as if I'm not even playing in this game, you're winning. Like,
okay, I appreciate that.
And John, what would you say?
I'd say it's a shootout to the end. I don't know who wins. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it could go either way depending on who has the hot day. And I think one of us is gonna have, like, if I had to give a prediction, I mean, you had it last week, I had it last week. I think somebody has a breakout player that goes for a lot of points and just barely gets them over the hump. And I think it's going to be a shootout, personally. I think that's what's great about the finals. You know what I mean?
My issue is with your team is that you have so many consistent top-tier guys. Like, you have Kyron Williams, who I think he's on like a 4-5 touchdown game streak. Mm-hmm. And he also had 100 yards for a few times the last few weeks, okay? Yeah. Puka's just been doing this all year. He's only had maybe 1 or 2 duds out of 16 games, 15 games.
He's had a couple. I think he's like 4, but like, yeah.
I mean, Kamara's one of those guys that can literally go for 60 rush yards, and then he'll end up with 9 catches and 40 yards on top of that.
Yeah,
give you a 20-something points. So, like, for me, it's really like I need my. I've had nobody consistent all year. Diggs, obviously, he goes on this little cold stretch towards the end of the year.
But when he hot,
it happens every year. He goes. Yeah. Goes on his cold stretch, and then he has one super breakout game, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's back." And I'm hoping that's this week. Debo, you feel me? Like, he was not what I needed him to be last week.
Yeah,
under 61.5 yards.
Yeah. So, like, Austin Eckler, like you said, is having a down year. Joe Mixon is super. Chase Brown is getting hot in Cincy, so we never know what we're getting from Cincy at this point. I never have every single year. I've never had consistency at tight end whenever I play in this league. So that's that.
Well, that's the hardest position. You know what I mean? Unless you drop top 3, you know what I mean? You're not going to get someone reliable.
And then
now, I got lucky with Ferguson. He's a rookie. You know what I mean? Like, it was just shot in the dark.
Yeah, but like I also said, like in my flex spot too is also consistencies. We don't know what we're getting from Jake Browning and T. Higgins. We don't know what we're getting from C.J. Stroud and Noah Brown. So it's very.
I think T. Higgins is about to come out and ball out this week. I don't mean to be.
I think he is. I'm like lineup, but yeah, that's where we're at. That's where I'm at right now with it. I'm not gonna lie. It's just my team is so inconsistent, but it's like it's a very gritty team. So it's like,
yeah,
I genuinely though, like I said, if I'm not in the matchup, I'm looking from a third party. I have John winning. If John's looking from a third party, he has John winning as well. So.
Like, I know things that you don't know that I don't want to tell you. Okay. Like, all right. I'll say it. You thought I only gave up 80 points last week on the bench. I actually gave up 100. I signed 2 different kickers that had plus 20-point games, and I released them for some guy who had like 6 points. He did the job, but like, bruh, like, I've been nervous on who I'm picking, and I'm nervous about tonight's game, and I feel like there's going to be a breakout star, someone on my bench, and it's going to be like, I have to get past that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I don't have anybody playing tonight. So
yeah, you have everyone playing Sunday, so that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna rely on what's going on Sunday, and
I have Goff playing Saturday, so it's still a toss up whether or not I Stafford, but Stafford against the Giants, I think is the way to go.
Well, also, like, if I score points, you score points.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like, I like that way you played it too. Like, you have the reverse fold of like you have the QB, I have the weapons, but like I think
that's why I put him in there too.
Yeah,
because if you play Puka and Kyron, whatever Stafford does to them, like whatever they get from Stafford, I get that. So
I just adapted Akeem's method of the stack, and I've been such a fan of like Hurts and Brown. You know what I mean? Like, if I could just get like a quarterback and a wide receiver that are just on the same page, like if you could, Like, I mean, I know Josh Allen has been kind of inconsistent this year, but like, I know you were trying to get him. You know what I mean? Because you had Diggs, right? So it's just like, I mean, this is my last year with Hurts, so I'd like to win. Like, I'm not gonna front. Like, if I can't play with this guy anymore, you know what I mean? Like, if I can't watch this player in and out and become a fan of a team that I'm not a fan of, you know what I mean, through fantasy, like, it's gonna be a little bit weird next year. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I like being all around the league, you know what I mean? And that's why I like fantasy football.
Hey, the matchups are set. Elijah versus John kicks off tonight, maybe depending on John. But hey, it's gonna be a good matchup. I'm gonna be handling commissioner duties for the last week of the season. So if any league members are watching this, don't drop anyone too important because someone might steal them up as a keeper.
Don't drop anybody. Period.
I did last year. Thank you.
Lock everybody's team.
I might do that actually, but yeah, I'm excited. For me, my point of view, I see John winning as well. Just because, I think it'd be a good story. John has been in this league for ever since it started, and he's been, he's been on the lowest part of the league and now rising up to one of the highest parts of the league. So it'd be nice to see, John get a championship here.
That's nice, but it'd also be nice to see Elijah win in his first year.
I've seen Elijah win, not fantasy football and directly, but I've seen him win championships in ball central. So it'd be nice to see John.
No, but it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to be commissioner and go pretty far. I'm just saying.
I've done it.
Sure.
I'm also saying this.
One time. Someone would say that's conspiracy, but whatever.
Remember this. Remember I said how I'm in another league. And me and John's team is very similar.
So if you win, he won two technically.
That league too.
Oh, really? Is that more money?
Yes, it is.
I hope you win that league and lose this league. Let's be honest. Because you win that league and I'll win in this league.
It's a win-win for both, to be honest. Yeah, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win for me.
That's what I'm saying.
It's either I win in this league and lose in that league, which is going to be a little more bittersweet because there's more money. But if you win in this league and I win in the other league, like we're both going out as champs.
I don't mean to ask.
League too. That matters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, me versus Lawrence in the IBT league.
Really? Okay.
If I lose, I get $200, but if I win, I get $450. So.
See, there's something in losing. I'm telling you. There's something about giving the loser money and saying this is your losing money.
Hey, I'm happy. I'll take
not nothing my winning money.
My other league has 1,000 at stake. So.
God damn.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
So yeah, the matchup. I think it's gonna be a good matchup. Obviously, it's always nice to have Ball Central part of the finals. Hey, we have both, so we don't have to worry about someone coming on if they show up or not after they win. So we'll be good with that. So
I'll say that the league was not rigged in any way, guys.
I feel good to say that a lot every year.
Yeah, it wasn't rigged in any way. Like the best balls for Central is literally just the fact that we focused fantasy this year. So
we know what we're doing. We know what it takes to win. Yeah, we may have benched 100 points on our bench, but we know what we're doing.
Bro, you don't know how hard that hurt. That hurt so hard. And it was on Christmas, and I had to watch the 49er game, and I fell asleep in the middle of it, and I woke up. And thank God he threw 4 interceptions. Yeah. As
soon as I saw Puka going off, I was like, John's off to a good start already. I look at his bench like, you sat Puka Nakua this week.
Dog. I thought Zach Wilson was playing, and then Friday comes, and they're like, oh yeah, he's not playing.
Regardless of Zach Wilson was
playing. No, because did you watch the Jet game?
Why would I watch a Jet game?
Oh, come on. You love them some Jets. Come on. All right.
I barely watch the Patriots now.
Well, I know, but you're rooting for them to lose. I don't know how they beat the Denver Broncos. Let's be honest. But
we'll go over that. But
okay, cool.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be a good matchup. Plus,
I was rooting for the Patriots. So,
were you?
Yes, I was.
Because he doesn't want to have a good pick. That's why.
Listen,
cry me a river. You're getting a new head coach. You're getting a new GM. It'll be okay. You know what I'm trying to watch it?
Right.
I'm gonna say this. By the way, I was rooting for the Patriots because
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson out here.
Yeah.
I don't feel the same way. I don't mean to be like that, but I think the GM is at fault there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
to a point.
Yeah, but Elijah has to dip out soon, so we're gonna get one of the games out the way just so we can get it recorded and whatnot. So we're gonna try a new thing. It's called the Tower. I saw it online. Elijah, I don't know if you saw the video. I put it in the chat, but I'm gonna give you guys each a category for the other person, and you have to guess what category you have by guessing players in the NFL. So I'm gonna text it to you right now via Messenger.
Okay.
John, I'm gonna give you Elijah's category, and Elijah, I'm gonna give you John's category.
Okay. Oh, that's how this is working. Okay.
I
I
gotta
like
find my
that.
phone. Hold on. I gotta find my phone.
So
Wait, I thought this was gonna be Battleship and 4 downs.
it is. Trust me. Just let me explain it. So, so the goal is to guess 4 players in your category and then guess the category. So as soon as you hit 4 and you guess the category, you win. Okay, message right there. I'm gonna message you on Messenger, Elijah.
I just see you texting me. Hold up.
Yes, I did. Okay, John, you got it?
Yeah, I did get it. I don't know if I know everybody. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll say the obvious ones. So,
Okay.
I got you. Elijah. Okay, Elijah, did you get yours?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, so basically your goal is name 4 players and then the category. So who would like to start off first? Who would like to try to guess their category players first? So guess your players. But you go back and forth one at a time.
Give me George Pickens.
George Pickens. I think that's a miss.
Okay.
Let me check just to be safe.
I'm pretty sure that's a miss.
Yeah, it is. Okay, you're right.
Okay. Saquon Barkley.
That's a hit.
Oh, I know what it is. Let's go.
Give me Rashee Rice.
Rashid Rice. I have to look that up.
That's a miss.
That's a
I'll
miss.
keep track.
Okay.
That's a miss, yeah.
Okay, cool. Miss. Sorry, unfortunately. Give me Amani Toomer.
Miss.
Nope.
Really?
I'm sitting here like, why is that name so familiar? I forgot he was a
Wide receiver for the Giants. Yeah.
Really?
Give me Ocho.
Ocho Cinco. No, that's a miss. Give me Brandon Jacobs.
Hit.
Okay,
So you need 2
cool.
more, John.
Okay, easy.
Give me Curtis Martin.
It's a miss, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure. Let me look that up again. But
Yep, it's a miss.
okay. Give me give me Tiki Barber.
Hit.
All right, cool.
I know exactly where Lane John's going. Give me. So George Pickens is something I had to check on, so I should probably stay with wide. Give me Eric Decker.
It's a miss, I think.
Let me check. It's a miss. Yes.
Give me Ahmad Bradshaw.
Okay, hit.
Thank
Okay,
you.
John. All you need to do is get the category and you win.
New York Giants
Wait.
running backs.
No.
Yeah,
Damn it, really?
It was Elijah's turn. So.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I thought y'all were playing games.
Oh, I get 2 guesses now in a row.
Yes.
Oh,
right,
whatever.
John, you have 4 lead. Relax.
Give me,
I don't even know what the category is. Come on.
give me Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson. No, miss. That's definitely a miss.
Nope, miss.
Give me Cooper Kupp.
That's a miss. Yep.
All right.
John's category. Got.
Wait, you said no. Can I just review what you said no to? You said no to New York Giants running backs, right? So it's not
Yeah,
that.
that's a no. That's a no.
Okay. I don't know. It's running back something.
You can guess another name if you want.
Yeah, you naming all Giants running backs doesn't help your case, sir.
Oh, really? It's more than just running backs? Jeez. Okay. I said Toomer. I don't know. I'm gonna have to
Would you
pass.
like to
I have
pass?
no-
Pass, Elijah.
I mean, pass. Yeah, I guess.
Does that count as a guess?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Give
I
me
have to think about it.
Antonio Brown.
That's X, I believe.
Yeah, that's an X.
Yep, that's X.
All right, I'm only saying it because I said it in the original video. But is it African American running backs?
No.
Okay, sorry. I don't mean to be like that. I just was wondering.
Give me.
You thought we were trying to set you up.
I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was originally like.
What'd you say?
Stephon Diggs? No.
Stephon Diggs.
You're gonna hate it when you realize what it is.
Yes, you will.
I have no idea what this category is.
Good.
Dog, I have give me a second. Bulky running backs. I have no idea.
No.
Damn it.
Nada. So
Give me Joe Burrow.
No. Yes.
That's a
actually,
hit.
Yes. Yeah, that's a hit.
John.
Really?
Yeah, that's a hit. That's a hit.
Three more.
That's what it is.
Okay, cool.
Oh shit. John, you better hurry up.
Yeah, bro. What did I tell you about this category thing? I said in the video they didn't even know what it was, and bro.
Don't worry. It's specific. You'll get it.
I'm gonna take the L after this because he knows what it is. It's that
You
obvious.
still have to guess 3 more players, so we're good.
Mine's not that obvious. Dude, I mean, they've all been to a Super Bowl.
No.
Damn it.
Also, Elijah said you're allowed to guess more players, so you can if that helps your case.
Give me Odell.
Yep. You know what it
That's
is. Yep. You want to just guess now? I'm kind of done with this video.
Nah,
I'll
go
give
ahead,
you the
bro.
next 4 passes. Bro, I really don't know what the category is.
All right, so give me Tyrod Matthew.
Yeah. It's that. Yeah.
So we're talking about
Wait, one more guess. More player guess.
Oh, one more guess. My fault.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about LSU football stars.
Yeah.
LSU football players.
Yeah.
Elijah, would you like to let John know his category?
Your category was NFC running backs. NFC East, sorry.
Yo,
He's all
that's
Giants
bull.
running back.
That's
That's
so
okay.
bull. How are you? Yo, you gave him his legit thing in his answer. How was I supposed to think NFC, bro?
You stuck with the Giants. If you
So
would have
Giants,
said
you said
Jamar Chase.
Dog. Yeah, you're not gonna pick. I mean, it is what it is.
We can run it back if you want.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just saying one was real specific, one was not, and that's why it's some BS. But I'm just, you know what I'm saying, Elijah? I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I concerned about this game before this game happened.
Yours was a wider branch, yeah.
Yeah, it was way wider. What are we talking about?
Well, technically, you're right with your guesses. Just all
Yeah.
Giants.
Mine was pause. I was about to say mine was something crazy.
Yeah, we don't-
I mean, your only disadvantage was that you thought it was the NFL, not college. And once you realized it was college, you were like, dog, I got you.
Because
And that's what I'm afraid this fantasy matchup is going to be like.
I was waiting for Justin Jefferson. I was waiting for Jamar Chase. I was waiting for Joe Burrow. I was like, yeah,
No, he was doing good with his guesses, though. I was just like, wow, these are some real damn good guesses. But I was just like, nah.
yeah. But
Damn.
NFC
It was just
running
when
back.
I said George Pickens, the thing that messed me up is when I said George Pickens, how y'all were like super checking to see what it was. So I was like,
I knew he
I
played
didn't
in
know what college
the
he went
SEC,
to.
but I didn't know I thought he was like a guy that didn't get time in LSU. Because I know he played in the
I
SEC.
was just like, let me stay in that. I was trying to stay in the AFC wide receiver area and see what happens.
Got you.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
interesting.
We were just
Interesting
talking
game.
about that. So
Yeah. Some of us liked it, some of us didn't. But it was a
Don't
good
worry.
game. It was a good game.
well, it's our first try. We'll do better examples down the road. So, that was the game. We have other podcast segments down below in the playlist, and we'll check you out in the next one. Cool. Okay, so we'll do the grid real quick, and then Elijah, if you have time.
I got another
We'll
5
do the
minutes.
grid.
Lit.
Bet. So we'll do this grid real quick. Let's see. Boom.
Hey, by the way, Elijah, good job, bro. My bad. I kind of feel like I was a little bit of sore loser at the end of that pod.
No, you're good. You're good, bro.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be like that. I just thought like all Giants wide receivers, that's the only thing I can get my mind off of. And I thought Phil was trying to play tricks on me because I was wearing a Jets jersey. So I was just like, bro, he would go there. He's saying LSU players. This is pinching. Let's get it. Oh, well, now we got Giants anyways. Let's get it.
All right, I'll go first here.
Okay.
Steelers, Rams, Allen Robinson.
Good one.
It is.
Like I said before, we need to study the downfall of this man because my gosh.
He has disappeared completely. John, would you want to go next?
Pittsburgh Steelers 5+ touchdowns in a game. Let's go Ben Roethlisberger.
Imagine it's wrong. That's right. I might as well put the Brady card right here then on the same one. I'm gonna use my Brady card. Oh, that's typing his full name because why not put one of the greatest players of all time on the top of the list? But I guess not. Okay, Elijah.
I'm trying to think of this guy's name. He was a safety, bro.
For which one?
Giants, Texans. I want to say Collins or something like that. But that's
Oh, you're thinking about Landon Collins.
no, I'm not thinking about Landon Collins.
Intro role?
No. He tore his Achilles.
Didn't? No. I was gonna say Will Fuller never played for the Giants.
All right. Give me Pats, Rams, Brandon Cooks.
Good pick, Mr. 1K. John.
All right, I'm gonna just finish off Phil's Patriots line so we can have no more fun. I'm gonna go Nate Soldier for Giants Patriots.
Oh, that is definitely right.
Gracias, homeboy. Sorry about it.
Let's see, I'm gonna go
Hit us with a giant one.
Giants and Steelers. I'm trying to think of I'm pretty sure what random ass wide receiver showed up there.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah. Damn, John, thank you for your test. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, homeboy.
Hey, as long as we get it done. Yep. Elijah.
Sorry. Telling people to be a little busy.
So we got all Texans.
Texans 5 touchdowns. Give me Arian Foster. He had to do it.
Was it passing or receive?
It says passing, homeboy.
Passing, yeah.
Oh, it's passing? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So give me Deshaun Watson.
There you go.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. There you go. John.
All right. For the Giants and Houston, give me Danny Clark.
Random name.
Yep. I'm trying to get.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, nice pick.
Thank you.
Rams, Texans. Not Arian Foster, not tight end, no, wide receiver, corner. I feel like this one's gonna be tough. Kicker, no. Damn, Texans and Rams.
Texans, Rams.
Cadillac, no, not Cadillac Williams.
Can I just give an answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He played on the Rams?
St. Louis.
Ah.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yep, there it is.
Wow, only 17%. That's crazy.
Yeah, but hey, John had the best pick right here.
Yeah, he was a linebacker.
They didn't even give him his face. That's how good of an answer it was.
He only played.
I'm trying to think of who the safety was, man. I can't remember his name. Maybe
I thought it was intro, but
nah, I think it was like Brown or something like that.
Yeah. So, hey, that's the grid. We have plenty of them down below as well. Podcast playlist. It should be somewhere around the screen. Tune in, tap in, subscribe, like down below. Let us know what random play you could think of on top of your head that played for. Try to beat John's answer, the Danny Clark one. Let us know, and we'll see you in the next podcast segment. Okay, Elijah, last words before we head up.
Last words again, man. Good luck to John, man. I'm excited for this match. I'm really just excited because like I'm not. I don't know if people know this, but this is my 3rd year in this league, and every year it's literally just been straight mediocrity. You feel me? Like I haven't done anything of substance for real. So like, 2 first-round exits in a row, also entering the playoffs under 500 2 years in a row. Like to make the chip game is kind of like, I don't know. It really boosted my confidence when it comes to football because I thought I drafted great teams, but after these last 2 seasons, I feel like I didn't know what I was talking about at all. So hey man, here we are.
Just let the ATD parlay stuff show.
Yeah, ATD. It's so funny. I knew I shouldn't have added Boston Scott on that parlay, bro.
Yeah, because everyone was on him because they know his history. But the one
I
thing
should have just played. I should have just played Swift. Called it a day.
Yeah, but hey,
but it is what it is. We will live to make money next year. I am not betting for the rest of the year. I'm tapped out. I'm going to sweat the fantasy matchups this week, and then I'll get back to betting next week.
And I want to know who you're thinking about for keeping. You know what I mean? We got to get into that conversation too. That's got to be a whole video, bro.
I'm gonna do that. Okay.
I mean, if you want to keep it a secret, I get that too. I'm just saying.
But hey, also before Elijah heads out, we have a lot going down as well before the year ends. This pod will probably drop Friday. I don't know. Are we doing the WWE?
Yes, we are. We are. I literally just have not had time to do anything. Like literally, last night was the first night I had to do. Like had time to do anything personal for myself. So
I've been there. Yeah. We'll probably make it a live. Who knows? We'll wear fancy.
See what happens. But I actually got to go back to work. So head out. Real boys.
Peace.
Good luck. See y'all in the chat.
Bet.
So, move. So, John, that was about 46 minutes. So we pretty much have to breeze through this slate and talk about everything and pick 'em.
We're gonna breeze through it. I mean, we're not gonna play no games. I think that's
honestly, we got all the games out the way already. So
yeah.
So
well, I mean, I do want to talk about like upcoming matchups too. If you want to get into that, like what I meant by like MVP conversation.
When we do the pick'ems, we'll go about the matchups as well.
Okay.
So, first one. Can the Rams be a legit threat in the playoffs if they make it? So far, they're 8-7. They have the wild card. They beat the Saints. So, I mean, this team is looking pretty dangerous right now. They have the offensive weapons to do it with Puka, with Cooper Kupp, with Kyron Williams. They're firing at the right time. For me, it all depends on the defense. Yes, you have Aaron Donald, but that secondary is Swiss.
It's a little shaky. It's a little shaky. It's a little shaky.
Do we see them making any noise if they make the playoffs? Right now, they have a matchup with the Lions as of right now.
I mean, I think this is a big test. Well, no, they play the Giants this week.
Oh, sorry, in the playoff matchup.
In the playoff matchup. So, but that could change in the next two. Yeah. So it's just like, so they're the last seed. So who's ahead of them?
Pretty sure it's the Cowboys or Eagles, whoever gets that spot.
Okay, I got you.
And then so it's Cowboys, Rams, Seahawks. Rams and Seahawks are both 8-7.
Got you.
So they have the 5th seed or 6th seed. Sorry, the Seahawks are the 7th.
Okay, got you. Okay. So I mean, realistically, I think it's going to be a test, but they could still go into. I mean, I don't know. Don't you want to see that? Don't you want to see Matthew Stafford go back into Detroit and the first playoff game or the first clinching playoff series in like 30 years? They're going to play at home versus their hero. You know what I mean? That's going to be crazy. So, I mean, I'd love for that to happen. I don't know if that will happen. I think people will lose this week and it might switch up, but I think they could make some noise. What do you think?
Yeah, the offense is there, but it depends on the defense. Like I said,
their defense has shown up though from time to time. You know what I mean?
I feel like the rush has, but I don't feel confident in the secondary, especially if you have to go up against a team like the Lions. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown. You have Gibbs who can receive Montgomery as well, and you have Laporta. It's going to be. I'm pretty sure you could stop the run on that team, but you probably give up some points through the air. So that's the biggest concern for the Rams for me.
No, but to be fair, I also question the Lions' offense.
Yeah, they've been spotty this year.
Like they got to show up. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to say that like
territory if they make the playoffs. Yeah, because who knows the last time they made the playoffs?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not trying to talk down Lions fans, you know what I mean? But like, it's just
You have to prove it.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, yeah, that second year is unproven, but I think it's going to come down to both offenses and who can score most points in Detroit.
Because the Rams have been there before for playoffs. They know what it's like to win in the playoffs and make a run. The Lions have not, and I don't know how long. So it's going to be a game of who's ready, who's not.
And in some of those losses, it wasn't just the offense for Detroit; it was the defense as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. What do we got next?
The Bills. I know how much we love to talk about them on the podcast, especially John. But
I'm actually before we start on that, I'd like to give a shout out to Josh Allen because I saw multiple videos this weekend, and I mean maybe it's just NFL PR or whatever, for the holiday season, but this guy, I mean, on multiple occasions, he saw a teammate that he hasn't seen in 4 years, and he went up to him. I saw that video, or he missed a Bills fan sign, so he personally called her. You know what I mean? Josh Allen for the city of Buffalo is what they need. He truly is their quarterback. And I mean, I know he's struggling this year, and I know I'm giving him crap, but don't move on from him. He's not. This dude's good for the next 5-10 years. I mean, I don't care. Maybe I'm wrong on 10, but he's good for the next 5 years at least.
Yeah.
And anyone saying Buffalo needs to explode or move on, that does not include Josh Allen.
Right. Yeah. So they barely beat the Chargers with Easton Stick at QB and no Keenan Allen, I believe, because he was missing from my lineup in fantasy.
Yeah.
But
he had one catch and then he left.
I'm worried about the Bills as well. I mean, there's some panic. There's some panic. Talk. There should be some panic talk about some of the AFC teams this year. The Bills are one of them. This should have been an easy matchup, especially with the Chargers with their weak defense and non-existent offense without Herbert or Keenan Allen. Also, Stephon Diggs struggled yet again, 8 straight games without 100 yards. But I just don't see any fight from the Bills this year. I feel like there's a lot of teams in the AFC East, especially better than them, that will probably beat them when it comes to the playoffs.
Sure, but I mean, you got to look at who they have this week, though. Do you know what I mean? I'm a very week to week.
They still got to make it, yeah.
I hate Bill Belichick, Phil. I don't mean to be like that. He's not someone I look up to at all.
Really?
No, I'm joking. I like Bill. I like him somewhat. But what I'm saying is I really enjoy his motto of take it week by week. It's week by week. You know what I mean? I'm focused on the next week. You know what I mean? The do your job thing is that works in some buildings, doesn't work in others. But I don't know. I'm who they play this week? They play. Sorry, I'm playing against him. They play New England. So if
it's close, it shouldn't be close. To be honest with you,
I mean it shouldn't be, and that's where it's if it's close in this game. If it's close in this game, they have a problem. I've got a question for you. What if Bill Belichick goes to the Buffalo Bills?
I mean,
what if he takes a team and he completely why don't the Bills do that? Why don't the Bills take Bill Belichick out of New England? They're gonna get a new coach anyways. You know what I mean? And I mean, Sean McDermott isn't doing a good job. If this is a close game, Sean McDermott deserves to be on the hot seat.
He deserves to be on the hot seat
already. Yeah. But what I'm saying is
when they lost to New England.
Yeah, sure, yeah. If they lose to New England twice, and this time it's at home, right? Or no?
This time it's at Buffalo.
It's at Buffalo. Okay, so they'll have the advantage. So they'll probably win this game, but it should not be close.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, Jacksonville, another panic meter team for the AFC. They're literally losing games left and right after having a 2-3 game lead in the division. Now they're all tied with the Colts and the Texans for the division crown. They just lost to Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We gotta start talking about Trevor Lawrence and this team. People were crowning them division leaders. We were one of them beginning of the year, but they might not even win the division.
Ask me, Phil, am I panicked?
Are you panicked about the Jaguars?
Hell yeah, I'm panicked about the Jags. We're talking about a game, dog. We're talking about a game from the playoffs and not the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So it's just Phil, if the Jacksonville Jaguars do not make the playoffs here, what do? Do you upgrade the defense? We all know Trevor Lawrence needs another weapon. Sorry, but he does. You know what I mean? And it's just
because Calvin Ridley has been up and down. So yeah,
it's
mostly
not,
down.
Yeah, but it's not even on both of them. You know what I mean? It's just like it's.
Evan Ingram has been probably the brightest spot this year.
And he's on the franchise tag. Do you see how funny that is? Like it's just like they're gonna have to pay a lot of money this offseason. Hopefully they can afford it because like, I mean, like I'm a guy who keeps saying we'll go week by week. No, I'm panicked if I'm the Jacksonville Jaguars because two of those teams are down by one game, and that's crazy. They have these 2 weeks could completely change the aspect, and they could be playing for the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
yeah, I mean, we have to also look at from a Trevor Lawrence point of view. Like you're number one pick. You're supposed to be the guy. You have weapons around you. Calvin Ridley. You have ETN. You have Ingram. You had Christian Kirk, but this team was built around your type of play. You got what you asked for when you asked for your old teammate Travis Etienne. Trevor Lawrence has to be better.
He's done well though. Etienne's done well. I think Christian Kirk
playing injured, so.
Well, that's what I mean. Like he's playing injured, and Christian Kirk isn't there. So like, there's a huge gap in this offense.
He had a lower groin injury, aka he broke his ball sack. So.
Okay, well, you could say that. I would refuse to, but oh my god,
it's gonna be tough. Next up, Dolphins. Hey, I don't know if you saw Colin Cowherd randomly on Twitter or X this afternoon. Tyreek Hill messaged him on that platform. Because, Colin Cowherd said in a video that he's not crowning the Dolphins just because they beat an above 500 team. Basically, Tyreek Hill called Colin Cowherd a thug for not, applauding their victory against the Cowboys.
Are we sure this is real, or this isn't another Debo frat boy, whatever scandal thing? Are we sure this is 100% real? A thug?
Yeah, Tyreek Hill. What calls Colin Cowherd a thug?
What a nice term. I'd like to call Colin Cowherd a moron. I'd like to call Colin Cowherd an idiot. I'd like to call Colin Cowherd someone who doesn't understand nor watch football. I'd like to call Colin Cowherd overpaid. I'd like to call Colin Cowherd a degenerate personally. But whatever. Let's. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, he could have used so many worse words than thug.
No, Tyreek Hill called Colin Cowherd a thug.
Yeah, I know. I'm complimenting on his disdain because I would have said much more worse. And I mean, I'm being polite because Phil, I made a proactive stance not to curse on this channel. You know what I mean? So I'm doing this all without cursing. So what I'm saying is I appreciate Tyreek Hill's hold up. You know what I mean? I would have gone farther. What do you think about it?
Honestly, I can see where Colin Cowherd's coming from, just because he's saying that you guys haven't done anything yet, the Dolphins, in the last 10, 11 years. So we shouldn't be excited for a game against the Cowboys in regular season. We want to get excited for playoff wins and Super Bowls.
But he also said Tua wasn't going to be good this year, and he was. He also said that the Dolphins weren't going to make this work, and they did. They it just what he says, he should be held accountable for his actions. We saw Mike Florio get heat from Lamar Jackson. I think that should happen way more. But at the same time, I didn't like Cam Newton's comments on, he didn't play at this level. Because guess what? We didn't either, but we're fans. You know what I mean? That should be the aspect of this. We should be able to praise and hold accountable some of these players for their actions.
I believe Cam Newton was saying that just because you didn't play at that level doesn't mean you could say those reckless things about Lamar Jackson. It's
no, I get that, but what I'm saying is maybe two of those things were reckless, but the rest of it of the 49ers were going to win and beat, Baltimore, that was mainstream. A lot of people thought the 49ers were going to come out and win that game. You know what I mean?
I don't know why.
I mean, I don't know why either. I mean, but Brock Purdy was an MVP type candidate, and we saw how Lamar Jackson outshined him. You know what I mean? So now this week we have Lamar versus Tua, the only left-handed quarterback in the league who last year had 2 concussions and people thought weren't even going to come back this year. And, Colin Cowherd is not to said any of that. You know what I mean? It's like that never happened in his mind. And it's just I get it. I get it if you have an opinion about your team and you're saying a long-term effect. I've been saying that about the Bills forever. You know what I mean? But I will go and praise Josh Allen on Christmas. You know what I mean? We're not all, that's all I'm saying. It's just, so, I mean, that's my take on it. I'm sorry about it. but because I feel like we're getting into
apologizing.
I know we're getting into too many feisty debates, dog. Let's
that's
get
the
it.
point of the podcast.
I know. But like, I feel like I'm leaving you like, yeah.
Next up, speaking of Christmas, the Broncos got Cole for Christmas. The Pats beat the Broncos. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know why that happened because we wanted to tank, but no. Thanks to Bailey Zappi, thanks to Ezekiel Elliott, Gesicki, and others, the Patriots now have the 4th pick in the NFL draft instead of a top 3 pick. So, after all that, news broke yesterday afternoon or yesterday night, I believe, that Russ Wilson will not only be benched for the last 2 games, but he will no longer be a Denver Bronco come March. So,
is that legit?
Yes.
Wow? So they're gonna throw $40 million away for absolutely nothing.
He will be cut in March. Yes.
Wow.
He will no longer be a Denver Bronco starting in March.
Wow, that's wild. Just because like this is the second botch contract they've had in 1 year.
Yeah, because
Randall Gregory to now Russell Wilson. You know how many millions of dollars that is? I could next time on the podcast I'll tell you because I'll add it all up. But like if I gave up over $50 million in money to like I don't know, just like cutting people, just getting them off my
team. Brock Osweiler, then you.
I'm just saying like this organization, bro. What are they doing? I don't even. Because if Jarrett Stidham isn't the answer and they don't win in the next 2 games, they look stupid. Sorry,
they're still in the playoff hunt.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs are super struggling right now. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Also, it's kind of tough to see as well, but coming from this team was very deep 2 years ago. A lot of people said they're a quarterback away, and a lot of people were hyped and excited that Russell Wilson was coming because he thought that they were the piece for him to take him over the edge.
Sure.
Fast forward, the last year, one of the worst years of the Denver Broncos history. They struggled, and they started off slow this year. They had a little bit of a pace middle season, but now they're back to struggling once again. So the Denver Broncos, like I said, it might be time to move on and rebuild, but because who knows who's your quarterback going to be after Russell Wilson?
Why? Why would you rebuild? It's called fire Sean Payton. He's not doing his job. Sorry, not sorry. Because I don't think they should fire Russ. Sorry, I don't mean to be like that, but
I don't think they should get rid of Russ either.
And look at where the Saints are financially, Phil. For the last 3 years, they've been struggling with cap, and they've had to cut top players to deal with that cap, right? And the thing that's crazy about it, Phil, is because they're doing that, they're affecting the landscape of the NFC South. You know what I mean? And because they can't build capital, you know what I mean? They're not growing. You know what I mean? Atlanta's growing. You know what I mean? Tampa Bay is looking okay. You know what I mean? Why? Because they can go out and buy Baker Mayfield. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know. I'm just saying I think Sean Payton put the Saints in a financial hole, and I think if they keep it down this road, they might put the Broncos in a financial hole. You know what I mean?
Go ahead. We'll see if they make the playoffs. It'd be crazy if they make the playoffs with Jarrett Stidham. But hey, we'll see how it goes.
Who are you taking this week?
So we'll find one of the pick'ems.
I know. I'm just saying.
Speaking of AFC West teams, the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, he struggled against the Raiders. I don't know how. And Zamir White, the running back, since Josh Jacobs was out, their best running back was out, ran all over them. Turnovers were made, passes were dropped. It's just, it's time to start talking about how panicked are we about the Chiefs. I mean, this team,
is it time to start talking about how much the Oakland Raiders have improved in the last 3-4 weeks and become a team? We saw it.
I think there's a stat about that. That's actually funny. Like some of the long tenured head coaches have like Gruden or McDaniel all had negative records, but as the people that replaced them that season all have positive records. The special teams coordinator that filled in for Gruden after he got fired, he finished the year with a positive record, wins, losses, and then now Antonio Pierce, former New York Giant linebacker, has a positive record right now as a head coach.
Well, I like how he stepped into that role. Like, for example, the thing
he should be the official coach.
Yeah. And I think the thing that irritated me about Jeff Saturday is that he literally, I've heard him say like off podcast or something that he thought that team was going to go 0-7 once he took over. You know what I mean? And like that's a bad look for coaches. You know what I mean? That's a bad look for just a bad look for player coaches. You know what I mean? And Antonio Pierce, what he's doing with that team, what he's doing with that defense, especially with the turnover differential, you know what I mean? It's crazy. But But yeah, I agree. The Chiefs are struggling. Do you think it's more of a panic than celebrating the Raiders? Like, I'd rather celebrate the Raiders, but
I mean, we do both can be true.
yeah, that's right. That's right. But do you think
They-
the Chiefs really are struggling, or do you think
Yes.
they're like me? You know what I mean? They kind of look like me going into the playoffs.
Of course, we have to tie it back to you making the.
I'm just
crazy.
saying, like Phil. At the end of my regular season, I did struggle. I lost 2 games. I won a game. I lost 2 games. You know what I mean? So like, it's just
The Chiefs are struggling worse.
I know they are struggling.
They should have picked a wide receiver at the deadline. They should have because
They should have.
I,
Well, no, they did.
If
what's his face? I can't remember his name.
Cole
Rodney
Hardman?
James. Rodney James. They need to play Rodney
Richie
James
James?
more. Richie James. Thank you. He's a former New York Giant.
Also, they
The
picked
guy
up
can catch the damn ball.
Cole Hardman,
What's his name?
former Jet and KC Chief.
Well, yeah,
but-
yeah, I like that pickup too. I mean,
Um,
it was a good trade for
And
nothing.
Travis Kelce has been struggling. There's no one on this besides Rashid Rice because I think that's been their best weapon so far outside Travis Kelce.
Yep.
No one else has really stepped up to the plate.
But even he had an off week last week. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this Chiefs offense is in trouble. They should have picked up someone talented enough to make plays because they don't have that playmaker right now besides Travis Kelce. They might pay the price for it because Patrick Mahomes has hosted the AFC Championship for I don't know how long, 3-4 straight years, and that's definitely trouble now. I think this year we're going to see the Ravens or Dolphins host the AFC Championship.
Sure. Yeah.
So.
And I think the crazy thing about it is like it.
They even had Juju Smith-Schuster last year. He was capable. They need at least a Juju Smith-Schuster type of player.
He's gonna have to go on the road and win, and if he doesn't go on the road and win, it kind of brings down his like legitimacy in a way. You know what I mean? Like if Patrick Mahomes doesn't go on the road and win those like games this year, it's like they could lose early or they could lose in the second round. You know what I mean?
Right. So I mean, depending on the matchup, it could be possible because if we've seen the Lions beat them and they're a good team. If and the Packers beat them as well, so we can see them possibly slip up on the road.
But I also think Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, and
right.
We'll have to wait and see.
At the same time, it's a team sport. You have to have a good team around you. You can't just solo a whole NFL team by yourself.
Facts.
The wide receivers have to catch the ball, and Travis Kelce and others have been struggling.
Facts. But we've also seen him almost do it in a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? He had nobody.
There's no one as good as you have Travis Kelce there, but you don't have anyone that played that Juju Smith-Schuster type of role. He was. You can say whatever you want about it, but
no. I'm not even talking about that one. I'm talking about the one where Tyreek Hill got hurt in that game or whatever, and they had like nobody, and he was throwing like off his left foot, like how he was making these insane throws, like. Yeah. And I think them losing Tyreek Hill right now is such a blow because he would lift them up. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
They let him walk out the door to Miami. How crazy!
If they lose, if they don't win the Super Bowl this year or get knocked out in the playoffs, we will probably see them try to pay for a receiver. Maybe trade for T. Higgins. Who knows? Since he's on the market apparently.
He can't. No, you think Cincinnati would trade him to?
They have to pay Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but not them. It'd be anybody else. It'd be anybody else.
I mean, T. Higgins is the free agent after this year.
Yeah. But they'd take any other offer than trading to KC.
I mean, the worst case scenario, I'd rather trade him to KC than let him walk in free agency and him sign to KC. I mean, because he's a free agent after this year, so we don't know where T. Higgins could possibly go there for money.
That's crazy. I couldn't see it. That's like Peyton Manning trading Reggie Wayne to the Patriots. It just won't ever happen. They know they're gonna meet each other. They know they're gonna meet each other in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And if it's
he was a Patriot for 5 minutes.
Yeah, for 5 minutes. But
also, Eagles Giants. A lot of people were expecting a blowout with Tommy DeVito at quarterback, and then Tyrod Taylor stepped in, made it a game again. But another top team to be worried about, the Eagles. This game was supposed to be a landslide for them, but they made it a game to the last minute, and they won by 1 possession. Tyrod Taylor almost brought this team back to a W. So Jalen Hurts needs to step it up because you have everything around you need to win a Super Bowl. The offense, the defense, and you're making boneheaded plays, interceptions, etc., and leading the league in top 5 in turnovers. So Unless you want to go back to the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts, you got to step it up.
He has
Also,
been.
AJ Brown, stop being a damn diva.
You think so? You think AJ Brown beat? All right. Well, I'm not an Eagles fan. I haven't been watching their things lately. Ever since they beat the Giants, I was like, whatever. But I think Tyrod played really well in that game.
I think he
I like.
started moving forward.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. I kind of do want Danny or I do want DeVito to get Tommy DeVito to get like at least looks. You know what I mean? Next offseason, at least. You know what I mean? To try to compete for something, if it's not the backup, if it's not, you know what I mean, the starting position. I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna come start over Daniel Jones, but what I'm saying is you got to go with the best hand. You know what I mean? And right now it's Tyrod Taylor. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean DeVito's not gonna come back in. You know what I mean? But it also doesn't mean that we shouldn't look for Tyrod to go compete against the Rams because it should be a good game.
All right. And the last one. We talked about Mike Florio saying all this shit about the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Doesn't have him eat his words after that. The Ravens had a field day against the 49ers offense. 4 picks, 2 from Kyle Hamilton. The Ravens did their thing. Lamar Jackson showed out, but not enough for me to win my fantasy football matchup. But that's a different story. Lamar Jackson balled out. The Ravens defense balled out, and rightfully so. Brock Purdy, dropped in the MVP talks. So, part 1. How confident do you feel in Baltimore now that they got this 49ers game out the way and they're like march to the playoffs in Super Bowl?
I feel confident for them. I mean, I think that defense is better than I thought it was. So, I needed them to step up and be good, and they did step up and be good. And they had 4 interceptions that game, and I mean, Brock Purdy had an off day, and it's going to happen. You know what I mean? You got to move on from that, and he went into Philly and he beat Philly. You know what I mean? So I get that he shouldn't be considered as the MVP this year. You know what I mean? Because he lost against Baltimore, and I think that's a big scar in his record. But I do think he's having an outstanding year, and if he can bring it up, I mean, hopefully he learns from this. But I definitely take it more for Baltimore. I think you're right, Phil. I think they really could. They could host, and they could go to the Super Bowl off being the home team at the AFC Championship game. I mean, if they win, their rounds, but it's just, I don't know. What do you think about it?
I think the Ravens are the best team in the AFC in my opinion. The Dolphins, we have to see how this team plays out because one thing I did agree with Colin Cowherd when he talked about the Dolphins that their strength of schedule was one of the lowest out of the playoff teams. He mentioned that, and that's true. I think they need to be more tested, and I think the playoffs will be a good test for them. So, I mean, that just leads me to believe that the Ravens are the best team in the AFC. I think the AFC will go through them most likely. And hey, I say this team win the Super Bowl this year. If it's not San Fran, because of both teams, but Lamar is getting more respect than he deserves as well. But hey, we'll see how it plays out. And also, speaking of MVP talk, as of right now, the favorites are Lamar, Tua, I think Dak's in there, and then Brock Purdy. I mean, it should be a Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, the MVP this year. Off of not only which it's a terrible thing that we have to go to this, but the best team. MVP shouldn't be going to the best team. It should be going to which players having the best performance of the year.
Sure.
Instead of hey, this guy is having a great season, and he's also on the best team on the NFL.
Sure.
I just think that if you want to go best quarterback on best team, how do you feel about
You're talking about the conversation of moving the MVP to an MVP and then best player award or something?
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying online that it should be more like baseball. Like here's the best pitcher award, here's the best quarterback award, running back, yada 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 yada.
Yeah. It's pitchers and then it's silver slugger. Yeah. It's
how flawed the MVP system is for a lot of sports.
It's divided up. Yeah. I'm for adding more awards. I don't think other people are. I think I kind of disagree with you. I think it should be between Lamar, but I think it also should come down to Tua. And I think the Dolphins, as a Jets fan, I don't want to talk about it, but I don't agree with his take with the strength of schedule. I think both times when you look at when they played the Jets, they play great games. And I mean, I think their defense has been injured. I mean, you could say that, but I mean, Tyreek Hill wasn't even in one of the games, and they outscored him by 30 points in the passing game. Yet no one talked about that the week after. You know what I'm saying? The Jets have been top 5 in pass defense all year, and Tua like shredded them both times. Like it's just, I don't know.
It's just
like,
that the Dolphins have a record of not beating the good teams when it matters, but they beat up on the bottom tier teams.
Sure. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, of course, but I mean,
but Tua doesn't deserve to be an MVP conversation.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people. I like the respect that Tua and Lamar are giving each other this week because I think it is going to be a big matchup, right? But
hopefully it'll end up like San Francisco and Baltimore.
I mean,
I need a shootout.
I want to shootout too.
And Jalen Waddle is not playing that game, so it's gonna be tough for Tyreek.
Wait, really? Okay.
Jalen Waddle's out this week, so.
Got you. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, but I mean, also with the media, they're trying to discredit Lamar's season as well. They're bringing up, these numbers weren't as good as his MVP type season when he won it, because he would be one of the 10, 11 players to double MVP or win more than one MVP as well. So I just feel like
I think he's done enough for that. I think that's fine. I don't think we can sway away from history just because of. I mean. So you're saying he hasn't lived up to his own standards? Like the year he first won MVP, he had better numbers.
Yeah, the year he's having now isn't as good as his MVP season, which I don't think you should hold that against him, because if his numbers now is still better than a lot of people in the league that you consider MVP, he deserves MVP. You don't have to bring up what he did in the past.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think, I think it's almost like a race, and just because he finishes a little bit faster, not like a mile and a head down the road, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean he didn't win. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I think if Tua wins this game without Waddle, that's gonna say a lot to me. But at the same time, I'm not rooting for the Dolphins because I'm a Jets fan. But it's just like, I mean, I don't know. I hate the hate on Tua when he's the only lefty quarterback in the league. I'm be honest with you. That's where I stand on it. You know what I mean? Like, he's the only lefty in the league, all right? Like, the dude is from Hawaii. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is like, I don't know why there's hating on him. You know what I mean? He's almost so unique, so different. You know what I mean? That, like, I don't know. It is what it is.
Hey, we'll see how it plays out. So,
can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
How many? No, never mind. I was gonna say, was there a quarterback that won the Super Bowl who went to the University of Alabama since Joe Namath? But I think Ken Stabler did.
Yeah, that's the only one I can think of because everyone else did.
Okay. But he'd be one of 3 quarterbacks from Alabama to have a Super Bowl. I'm just saying.
True.
All right, let's move on.
So, we're gonna do the pick'ems real quick before we head out. As of right now, it's tied 75-50, each of us, because the Cincinnati Bengals wanted to shit the bed against the Steelers. Jake Browning decided to not be the Jake Browning for the last 2-3 weeks. He wanted to be mediocre. So thank you, Jake Browning. So we're gonna go through the slate real quick and just give our picks.
Wait. So real quick, I just think Rudolph came out and he was the red-nosed reindeer for Santa Claus, and
that makes sense. Yeah,
of Johnny's Rudolph. Christmas. You know what I mean? Sense. Thank you.
Of course, Mason Rudolph shows up before Christmas.
He led the way. You know what I mean?
Okay, so first one, tonight's game, whether or not we'll see Amari Cooper and John starting lineup or not. Jets at Browns. I'm going Cleveland. That should be an easy one.
I'm going to go Cleveland as well, I guess.
Ooh.
We're keeping this close, Phil.
To make it competitive, we'll alternate first picks for each game. So, John, you can pick the first one.
So wow.
Detroit or Dallas? Saturday
night, too. It's at Dallas?
Yep.
Wait, does Detroit play on grass or they play on turf? It doesn't matter because it's at Detroit.
It's at Dallas.
It's at Dallas. It doesn't matter. Give me Detroit.
Okay. I'll take Detroit as well.
I almost feel like going Dallas. I almost feel like it, but I'm not.
Next one, Miami at Baltimore. With the Waddle news, I'm gonna go Baltimore. Big Truzz.
I'm gonna go Miami here.
Ooh. So this is this is the game that could take the lead potentially.
I mean, maybe not. I'm gonna have a couple more, maybe. So you might have a 2-3 game lead. Who knows?
Next one up, Tennessee at Houston. Who you got, John? CJ Stroud will be playing.
Give me Houston.
I'll take Houston as well. I think CJ Stroud balls out. Next up, New England at Buffalo.
Give me Buffalo.
Do they do it again?
Give me Buffalo.
Yeah,
I don't think you win in Buffalo. Come on.
I'll go Buffalo as well. Next one up, Rams at Giants. So John, first pick. No, I got first pick.
Okay.
No, you got first pick. I picked Buffalo first.
I'm gonna go Giants, I guess. No, I'm gonna go Rams. I'm gonna go Rams. My bad. I'm sorry. I need Puka Nacua to come out. Although I want the Giants. I want the Giants. I want the Giants, but I'll take the Rams just to stay.
Next one up, San Fran at the Commanders. Give me San Fran.
The Commanders. Yeah, give me San Fran.
Okay. Next one up, Eagles at Cardinals at Eagles.
Give me the Eagles.
Okay. I'll pick the same. Tampa Bay hosting the Saints. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay.
Or maybe. Yeah, me too.
Okay, John. Panthers at Jaguars. Battle of the Cats.
Give me the Jaguars.
Yeah, if the Jacksonville Jaguars lose this game.
I think it's gonna be a close game though.
Yeah, because Green Bay and Carolina was close last week as well.
Which was like unexpected. I actually picked up Green Bay as my like waiver wire pick, and then I was like, "Ooh, you didn't remember how they suspended Alexander?" Wait, what do you think about that? We never got to that.
Honestly, he was being a dickhead. So yeah.
You think so, bro? The NFL needs to suspend him, not your team, bro. Did everyone else back him up? Did the coach back him up? Yes. Did the players back him up? Yes. Did he technically get the call wrong? Yes. But you know what you could do? You could bring him in the office and be like, all right, you're fined $40,000.
But teams can suspend players. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that, but I don't think he should have gotten suspended by the Packers. You know they're horrible for agency, right? All he has to do is want to walk or ask for a trade request, and he's out of there. Like I'm just saying, like the Packers, like they get lucky on people, but it's not like it happens all the time.
Right. I mean, he knew he was supposed to be out there, but he went out there anyways.
He's from Carolina. You can't let the guy slack. I think. All right. After his interview, that's what really got him suspended. I don't mean to be like that, but he really was like, yeah, I said kick. Like, you mean defer? He was like, yeah. And then they were like, the mics were on. We heard you. And they were like, he was like, yeah. I don't know why everyone was laughing. I was just like, bro, you play in the NFL and you don't know why everyone was laughing. This is crazy. When someone explains this to him, it's going to be crazy.
Next up, Falcons at Bears.
Falcons at Bears. I want to say Falcons.
Atlanta.
You can go on this one. I don't know.
No, I did Jacksonville.
Fine. Yeah, give me Atlanta. I might change it. Don't even tell me your answer. It's okay.
I'm gonna go Atlanta as well. I'm playing it safe.
See, look at you following me. How is it gonna change to Chicago?
Raiders at Colts. I'm gonna go Colts here.
I'm gonna go Raiders.
Shit.
They'll probably lose, but
okay. Next one, Pittsburgh at Seattle. I'm going Seattle.
Pittsburgh needs to win out to make the playoffs.
Seattle needs to do the same thing.
Yeah, Seattle ain't gonna do it though because the Rams are making the playoffs.
So Pittsburgh?
No, I'm gonna go Seattle for this one because it's in Seattle, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Seattle.
Next one up, Chargers at Denver. Who you got?
You can go on this one, bro.
I
know, but I really don't. I'm really not picking this one though. First,
we're going back and forth. What do you mean?
I know, but not this one. Switch to another one. Give me the Green Bay game.
The rest are easy picks. That's not fair.
Come on, give it to me. I don't know what to pick for this one.
I'm picking Denver.
Are you really?
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know if Keenan Allen's going to play this game.
I'm going to play the Chargers. I want to pick Denver, but I don't believe in Sean Payton. He'll prove me wrong, and I'll look like an idiot, but it is what it is.
Next up, Cincinnati at Kansas City. I'm going Kansas City.
Give me Kansas City because they need the win.
Yep.
I was gonna go KC though because Joe Burrow has. Well, he's not even playing. Never mind.
Next one, last one. Green Bay at Minnesota.
I'm gonna go Minnesota here. I'm playing
Jaron Hall will be starting at quarterback, not
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Oh wow, with the rookie.
Yeah, well, Justin Jefferson's playing against two seventh round corners, so yeah, it's a gimme. So you're gonna Green Bay.
I'm going Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Even with the rookie starting a quarterback?
Wait, I forgot Jags wasn't playing. Yeah. Plus, got to make sure to keep, just in case,
Keep it close.
Yeah, keep it close.
Even though I'm going to get blown out by 3 wins this week. Let's get it. 3 differences.
So,
up in the ante.
So with that being said, hey, that is the podcast. A little bit. We switched things around this week. Instead of ending with the games to save room for Elijah being on the show, we moved to the front. A lot of switching around this week, but hey, we're always willing to adapt and do other stuff. And hey, this is the last pod of the year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What'd you think of of the year for us?
I thought it was good. I thought starting live streams for NBA was good. I thought a more consistent Thursday was pretty good. I think we've been getting more viewers. We've been trying new things, which is good. We've played a lot of different games, which is interesting, but the variety's good. I mean, I don't know. It's been a good year. I'm excited for the next year. I'm excited to see what we build on. You know what I mean? We're on all good platforms. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Right. Yeah. Same. I'm excited to see where the new year takes us. I'm looking forward to finishing 2023 strong. Shout out to everyone that's showing love to us. Shout out to the supporters, all the non-doubters, all the non-haters, all the non-believers.
Oh my
god. Yeah. Anyone that's subscribed, anyone that's shouted us out. Shout out to the Wilsons. Anyone showing us support, appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, and anyone that's watching this, looking to try to check us out before the year ends, feel free to. Give us a shout out, like our stuff, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Any type of support is appreciated. Send this to your rivals, send this to your sports group chats, whatever you want to do. Hey, we appreciate the support. Also, the gaming channel, that's doing decent. We're almost at 200 for each channel, YouTube channel and the gaming channel. So hopefully we can get it before the year ends. But if not, that's okay. Hopefully we can get it a little bit after the year ends. So hey, we'll see how it does. Hopefully we can do some NFL live streams maybe next year.
Maybe, yeah, I'm down for that.
We'll see how it goes. So, with that being said, for the last podcast of 2023, from Elijah, from the team, John, intern TJ, John, myself, the Ball Central podcast down below, all the audio podcasting platforms and YouTube if you want to see us visually. Have a good last days of 2023. Good luck in the fantasy football finals for whoever's in it. John, Elijah, any other ones that's in their finals.
Well, you too, Phil. Congrats.
Yep.
Good luck.
Thank you. And from us to y'all, have a good rest of your year. Have an even better 2024. And we will see you guys next time.
See you in the